In this video, we'll uncover the most valuable dirty conditions wheat pennies you should be on the lookout for. We'll break down what makes these coins so special, how much they're worth in today's market, and what you need to know to sell them successfully at auction. First up, we have the 1945 Abraham Lincoln Wheat 1 cent. The 1945 Lincoln penny is not just any coin. It's a part of American history and represents the end of World War II. The year 1945 marked the conclusion of one of the most significant and impactful events of the 20th century. As the U.S. transitioned from war to peace, the nation was undergoing a transformation. In 1945, the United States was at the peak of victory in World War II. The war ended in September, and many coins minted that year, including the Lincoln Wheat Penny, reflect the era's sentiment. There's a certain historical charm to the 1945 penny that attracts collectors. As with many wartime-era coins, these were heavily used, which means they are often found in less than ideal condition. That said, a coin in good to excellent condition, especially a full rust red coin, is highly prized. The design of the 1945 Lincoln penny features the classic wheat reverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. On the obverse, Abraham Lincoln is portrayed in profile. The reverse side depicts two stalks of wheat, symbolizing the nation's agricultural prosperity. The year 194 is clearly visible beneath Lincoln's portrait. The full rust red color of this coin is a desirable feature for collectors because it indicates that the coin has not been tarnished or discolored over the years. The 1945 penny was minted in significant numbers. However, a large portion of these coins were heavily circulated, making them less valuable in lower grades. The mintage of the 1945 Lincoln penny without a mint mark produced in Philadelphia was a massive 1,474,000,000 coins, an impressive number. But this also means that most of them have been lost to wear and tear over the decades. However, the 1945 Lincoln penny in full rust red condition stands out due to its rarity. It's difficult to find these pennies without wear, which is why a full red mint state penny can command a premium. Error and collector interest. Interestingly, this coin is not known for significant mint errors like some others in the Lincoln series. However, it does have its place in the hearts of collectors due to its connection to the end of World War II and its historical significance. The rust red color is also crucial, as many of the coins produced in 1945 are found in brown or even corroded conditions due to the harsh handling they received. The appeal of the 1945 Lincoln penny comes not only from its age but from the pristine condition it may still hold. A coin like this, particularly in full red condition, is something collectors seek for its eye appeal and rarity. In terms of its value in today's market, a 1945 Lincoln penny with no mint mark can be worth anywhere from a few cents in poor condition to upwards of $50,000 or more in excellent full red condition. Coins graded at MS-65 or higher mint state, with a red color, can fetch a value between $100,000 depending on the auction environment and buyer interest. Even more extreme cases of pristine coins can go much higher, but that's a rarity. Collectors of Lincoln wheat pennies value the condition, historical connection to World War II, and the beauty of the wheat stalk reverse. As you can imagine, these factors combine to make the 1945 Lincoln penny a sought-after piece. Next up, we have the 1947 Lincoln wheat penny. This coin is similar to the 1945 in terms of design and basic characteristics, but it holds its own due to its unique features, particularly the large date variation. By 1947, the United States had firmly transitioned from wartime to peacetime. The economy was booming, and this was the era of the baby boom, when many American families started to experience prosperity. The 1947 penny was minted as part of the continuous effort to keep the nation's economy thriving. While it might not hold the dramatic historical significance that the 1945 penny does, the 1947 penny is still deeply embedded in the post-war context. The 1947 Lincoln penny features the same design as the 1945, with Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the wheat ears on the reverse. The large date variety, where the 4 and 7 in the date are noticeably larger than earlier years, was an interesting design choice that helps identify the coin. On top of this, the full rust red color is something that makes this coin particularly attractive to collectors. Even in its dirty condition, this coin's color adds significant value. The mintage of the 1947 Lincoln penny, like its 1945 counterpart, was high, but not as high as some of the earlier years in the series. In total, the Philadelphia Mint produced 1,184,000,000 of these pennies. However, like many pennies of this era, the majority of them saw extensive circulation, meaning that only a small percentage remain in pristine condition. The value of the 1947 penny, especially in dirty or well-worn condition, tends to be much lower than the 1945 coin in excellent condition. However, it still holds strong appeal among collectors, particularly those who focus on obtaining every year in the Lincoln Wheat series. A dirty 1947 penny, in its average circulated condition, is usually worth just a few cents to a couple of dollars. However, if you can find a 1947 Lincoln penny in full rust red condition or near mint state, the value can shoot up dramatically. Depending on the quality, you might see prices in the range of $32,000 or more for coins in MS-65 or higher grades. Keep in mind that these prices fluctuate based on market demand and the particular auction context. Unlike some other Lincoln pennies, the 1947 version doesn't have notable errors or misprints that add further to its allure. However, the large date variety is a key feature for those who focus on specific design traits within the Lincoln Wheat penny series. This coin's condition and the large date variety are what truly set it apart from other pennies of its era. Collectors are drawn to the 1947 penny due to its role in the broader history of post-Valuable Cyprus America, and the appeal of having a well-maintained rust-red example from this year is strong among those who focus on collecting all Lincoln Wheat pennies. As with other coins from the late 1940s, finding one in superior condition is what truly makes a 1947 penny valuable. Next up, the 1958 Lincoln Wheat cent is the last year of the iconic wheat design that was minted from 1909 through 1958. The coin features the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, while the reverse depicts two stalks of wheat, a symbol that was a reflection of the American economy during the Great Depression. The wheat design was replaced in 1959 by the Lincoln Memorial design to celebrate Abraham Lincoln's 150th birthday. As a result, the 1958 coin marks the final chapter in the wheat cent series. Given that this is the last year of the series, it makes it particularly sought after by collectors, and the 1958 wheat cent in particular is in high demand for those completing their collections of this era. But what makes the 1958 with the D mint mark even more interesting is the history surrounding the minting process and the conditions in which these coins were produced. On the reverse side, we see the two stalks of wheat that give the coin its name. The words E pluribus unum are inscribed above the stalks and United States of America, and 1 cent are displayed along the bottom of the coin. The D mint mark signifies that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint, which was one of the primary facilities for coin production during this time. In total, approximately 1.5 billion 1958 Lincoln Wheat cents were produced across both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. However, despite the high mintage, the 1958 with the D mint mark in particular has become highly coveted due to its rarity in certain conditions. Coins from this era that are in full rusted red condition are exceedingly rare, as the copper alloy used in the coin's composition naturally ages over time and loses its original red color. The term rusted red refers to the coin's unique hue that arises when a coin has been exposed to oxidation or environmental elements over time, giving it an appealing, almost coppery, appearance. This condition is prized by collectors who are looking for coins with a distinct patina that enhances their aesthetic appeal. What's fascinating about this specific 1958 coin is the market value it commands. Although common in circulated condition, a 1958 Lincoln Wheat, sent in mint state or in full rusted red condition, can fetch high prices in the auction world. When looking at such coins, collectors pay close attention to the coin's overall appeal, such as how much of the original red color remains and the degree of oxidation. Coins in full rusted red condition are typically seen as more valuable than those in lesser states. The 1958 Lincoln Wheat Cent with the D mint mark is particularly sought after by collectors who appreciate its historical significance as the last coin in the wheat series, and because it can be difficult to find in such well-preserved condition. In terms of market value, a coin in full rusted red color condition can fetch anywhere from $45,000 in a low-grade auction setting, depending on the coin's condition and other factors. However, if the coin is in a higher grade, it can reach much more significant prices. For example, a coin graded as MS-67 or MS-68 can reach $93,000 or even higher at auction, especially if it retains most of its original red coloration. A perfect example of this coin with full rusted red in a high grade can often be valued at over $100,000, with certain auction houses bringing in significant prices for these coins. Another factor contributing to the high value of the 1958 D Lincoln Wheat Cent is the rarity of certain errors. In some cases, misprints or issues related to the die can make a coin significantly more valuable. Although the 1958 Lincoln Wheat Cent is not particularly known for widespread error types, there are occasionally coins with double strikes, misaligned dies, or unusual rim errors that can attract attention from collectors and result in a higher than normal market value. Collectors should always be on the lookout for such errors, as they can dramatically increase the coin's worth. Additionally, when paired with the already strong demand for well-preserved 1958 D coins, an error could make an otherwise standard coin a significant find in the auction world. Next up, the 1957 Lincoln Wheat Cent is one of the final issues in the long-running Wheat series, which spanned from 1909 to 1958. The series was designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner, and the 1957 coin is part of the series' final year. Unlike the 1958, the 1957 Lincoln Wheat Cent has no mint mark, meaning it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. Much like its 1958 counterpart, the 1957 Lincoln Wheat Cent is often included in Lincoln Wheat Cent collections, particularly those that focus on the coins produced during the final years of the Wheat series. The historical value of this coin lies in its position as one of the last coins of the series, and it holds a particular place in the hearts of collectors who are completing their collections or those who appreciate the design and history of the wheat cents. The design of the 1957 Lincoln Wheat Cent remains almost identical to its predecessors. On the obverse, we have the familiar bust of Abraham Lincoln, framed by the words, "Liberty and in God. We trust the date." 1957 is positioned just below Lincoln's bust, along with the absence of a mint mark, signifying that the coin was minted in Philadelphia. The reverse of the coin features two stalks of wheat, the phrase E pluribus unum, and the inscriptions United States of America and 1 cent. The design is simple but effective, making the Lincoln Wheat Cent one of the most iconic U.S. coins in history. The absence of a mint mark on this coin makes it unique to Philadelphia, further contributing to its rarity and appeal. In 1957, a total of over 1 billion Lincoln Wheat Cents were minted at the Philadelphia Mint. Despite the high mintage, the 1957 Lincoln Wheat Cent, in full rusted red condition, is still a highly sought-after coin. However, coins in dirty condition, especially those in full rusted red color with significant wear or exposure to harsh elements, are rarer and often appeal to a different subset of collectors. Collectors often target coins like this because of their age, historical significance, and the natural beauty of the rusted red coloration that has developed over the years. While the coin may show signs of dirt or aging, its inherent character gives it a unique place among other coins from the era. The value of the 1957 Lincoln Wheat Cent, particularly those in rusted red condition, can vary depending on the level of preservation. While a typical circulated 1957 penny can be worth just a few cents, the value significantly increases when the coin is in a higher grade with good preservation. Coins with a full rusted red color, despite being in dirty condition, may still see auction prices ranging from $72,000, depending on the level of wear. Coins in near mint or mint state with minimal damage can fetch anywhere from $99,000. This price can increase significantly if the coin features rare or unique characteristics. As with the 1958 Lincoln Wheat cent, certain errors or variations could drive up the value of the 1957 penny in the marketplace. The 1957 Lincoln Wheat cent is not particularly known for large-scale errors, but like many other coins from this era, there can occasionally be misprints, die flaws, or other anomalies that lead to increased value. Some of these can include double die strikes or off-center strikes, which can make the coin highly valuable to collectors. Just like the 1958D, the 1957 Lincoln Wheat cent, in full rusted red color, can increase in value when found in excellent condition or when paired with unique error traits. These coins are often highly desirable, making them prized finds in the world of coin collecting. Next up, the 1945 Abraham Lincoln Wheat penny, especially with the D mint mark, is one of the coins that stands out in American numismatics due to its historical significance and rarity. Produced during the tail end of World War II, this coin reflects a time when the United States was transitioning from wartime economy to peacetime prosperity. The minting process during this period was complex, with the U.S. government focusing on meeting the demands of wartime production. As a result, some coins from this period exhibit unique characteristics that make them both historically interesting and valuable in the market today. The 1945 penny, like other wheat pennies of its era, is part of a series that was first introduced in 1909. The coin's design features a portrait of Abraham Lincoln, which was created by sculptor Victor David Brenner. The reverse side of the coin features two wheat stalks, symbolizing the agricultural strength of the nation. The Lincoln Wheat penny was in circulation for decades, and many of these coins were produced in the post-war years to meet the needs of a growing population and economy. As we look at the 1945 D Wheat penny, it's important to consider the broader historical context. The year 1945 was significant because it marked the end of World War II, a pivotal moment in world history. The D Mint mark signifies that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the three major U.S. mints that were responsible for producing currency during this time. However, the most unique feature of this particular coin is its condition, a key factor that affects its value. This coin is described as being in full rust red color with noticeable scratches and damage, which might initially seem like a negative aspect. However, the truth is that despite the damage, it still holds historical value and intrigue, especially when considering its age and the rarity of coins that survive in less than perfect condition. The reddish tint and rust can be attributed to a variety of environmental factors, such as exposure to moisture, air, or acidic elements over time. This can create an interesting patina, making it a coin that stands out for its unique appearance. In 1945, the Denver Mint produced over 1 billion wheat pennies, making it one of the most common coins of its era. However, despite the high mintage, this specific 1945 D coin is still of great interest to collectors, especially those who focus on graded coins and error coins. Coins with unusual conditions, such as the rust red tint and visible damage, are fascinating to many collectors because they tell a unique story of survival and wear. The collector interest in a coin like this often stems from its age, historical context, and the fact that certain flaws can actually make a coin more attractive to niche collectors. Coins with discoloration or surface issues like rust and scratches are often sought after by error coin enthusiasts, who appreciate how these imperfections might tell the story of the coin's journey through time. The 1945 D Wheat penny, with a full rust red color and noticeable scratches or damage, may not fetch a high value compared to an uncirculated example, but it still holds market value. In auction markets, depending on its precise condition and the buyer's interest, a coin like this might be valued between $44,000 for those in very worn or damaged condition. However, rarity and condition play significant roles in determining the price. Coins with unique characteristics, such as extreme rust or scratches, can sometimes see higher prices if they appeal to collectors who specialize in oddities or minting flaws. Next up, let's talk about the 1944 Abraham Lincoln Wheat penny without a mint mark, which also carries a fascinating story. This particular coin, however, is significantly different from its 1945 counterpart due to its black color and dirty condition. While the 1945 penny is known for its distinctive rust-red appearance, the 1944 penny offers another example of a coin that has been through a unique and sometimes unfortunate journey. Even though it's in a dirty and blackened condition, it still has a place in the world of valuable and collectible coins. The 1944 Lincoln wheat penny was minted during the heart of World War II, a time when the U.S. economy was focused on supporting the war effort. As a result, metal resources were scarce, and many coins, including the wheat pennies, were produced in large numbers to meet the circulation demands. The 1944 penny is particularly significant because it was the first year that the U.S. Mint produced pennies made of steel instead of copper due to wartime material shortages. Unlike the 1945 penny, which was made from copper, the 1944 penny was primarily made from steel and then coated with zinc, resulting in a distinctive steel-like appearance. However, the absence of a mint mark on this particular penny is notable, as it suggests that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which did not use mint marks at the time. The design of the 1944 penny is quite similar to that of the other wheat pennies from the 1940s, featuring Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and two wheat stalks on the reverse. This design remained unchanged for many years until the introduction of the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. The absence of a mint mark on this coin places it in the Philadelphia Mint category, a detail that many collectors find appealing when evaluating the coin's potential for future value. The blackened, dirty condition of this particular coin may have resulted from being stored in a damp or polluted environment over time. The buildup of grime, soot, and dirt could have contributed to the darkened appearance, which can often lead to a lower grade in terms of numismatic value. However, even in such condition, this coin holds significance for collectors. The 1944 penny was minted in massive numbers, with over 1 billion produced. However, the key to understanding its collector interest lies in its unique status. Although most of these pennies are very common, coins with damage or unusual conditions like blackening or dirt buildup often garner interest because they are viewed as storytelling coins. Collectors of historical coins often seek out examples like this to study and appreciate how time and circumstances have affected the coin. Even in dirty condition, the 1944 wheat penny is still an important piece for collectors who focus on coins in varied states of preservation, as this helps to add to the depth of their collections. Despite being in dirty condition, the 1944 wheat penny without a mint mark still holds value in the market, albeit lower than an uncirculated version. Depending on the condition, the coin might be valued anywhere between $34,000. However, for those who focus on preservation and restoration, there could be more value in restoring the coin to its previous glory, which could enhance its market potential. In auction settings, coins with unique features like discoloration, dirt, or wear sometimes perform better than expected due to the niche market they cater to. Depending on the level of collector interest, it could fetch anywhere from $30,000 in some rare cases, especially if there is a lack of availability or if it appeals to a specific collector community interested in historical preservation. Next up, the 1948 Lincoln wheat cent, with the large date and D mint mark, is a part of the series of pennies minted from 1909 to 1958. The Lincoln wheat cent holds a significant place in American numismatic history, and the 1948 version is no exception. The coin features the familiar obverse portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, and a reverse that showcases the wheat sheaves, designed by the same artist. The large date on the 1948 cent, as opposed to the small date, makes it stand out among other years of the series. The 1948 coin was minted during a period of post-war recovery, following World War II, a time of significant economic change in the U.S. The country had just transitioned from wartime production to a consumer-driven economy. The coin's production during this time reflects the country's recovery and growth. However, the 1948 Lincoln cent, especially with the D mint mark, didn't necessarily stand out as rare when it was first issued. However, as time passed, the 1948 Lincoln penny with its D mint mark became one of the more valuable pieces among collectors due to its scarcity in high-grade condition and its overall historical context. The total mintage of the 1948 Lincoln penny with a D mint mark is substantial but not as high as some other years in the series. Around 1.1 billion 1948 D Lincoln cents were minted. While this number may seem large, finding these coins in excellent condition, especially in full rust black color with a dirty layer, is rare, driving up its market value considerably. Although the 1948 Lincoln wheat penny is not known for having a significant number of minting errors, the coin's condition in this particular case, being in dirty, rusted condition with black color layers, makes it intriguing for collectors. The presence of dirt, grime, and oxidation makes this coin a unique specimen. Collectors with an eye for rare and authentic as-found coins find this type of penny fascinating because of its visual appeal and historical authenticity. The dirty, rusted appearance can even add to the coin's appeal, as some collectors prefer coins that tell a story of age and time, which the 1948 penny clearly does. Coins like these also have higher collector interest because of their rarity in such condition, making them more desirable at auction. The value of the 1948 Lincoln wheat penny with a D mint mark and its rust black layer can fluctuate based on the overall market and collector interest. As of the most recent auctions, these coins in similar condition, with heavy oxidation and dirt, have been selling for anywhere between $50,500 depending on the severity of the rust and dirt, and whether there are any unique characteristics. In some rare cases, such coins can even reach higher values at specialized auctions for numismatic enthusiasts looking for these distinctive, hard-to-find coins. Next up, the 1946 Abraham Lincoln. Wheat cent without a mint mark, featuring full scratches and dots, is another fascinating coin in the U.S. wheat cent series. This coin, minted in Philadelphia, reflects post-war America's ongoing economic recovery and growth, but in a very different way compared to the 1948 D mint-marked penny. In 1946, the U.S. was transitioning out of World War II and beginning its post-war economic boom. The government's focus shifted from wartime production to consumer goods. Coins minted during this time were typically used for everyday transactions, meaning many of these coins saw heavy circulation and often became worn down quickly. It wasn't uncommon for coins of the era to have visible scratches, scuffs, and other types of damage. The 1946 Lincoln penny, without a mint mark, was one of the first pennies produced after the war, signaling a new chapter for the U.S. coinage. Unlike the 1948 D penny, the mintage for the 1946 penny without a mint mark is lower, with about 1.1 billion coins minted. The 1946 penny's higher circulation rate meant that many were damaged, which is why this particular coin in full damage condition with scratches and dots is considered a rarer find. Coins with severe damage are typically not as valuable as those in excellent condition, but the unique characteristics of this coin give it a place in collectors' hearts. Just like other wheat pennies, the 1946 cent features a bust of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. The reverse displays 2 ears of wheat, a design that's become iconic in American numismatics. The lack of a mint mark on this coin indicates that it was struck in Philadelphia. The 1946 penny was made with the same copper composition of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it a characteristic reddish-brown hue, which over time can oxidize and change color depending on how the coin is stored. The key feature of the 1946 Lincoln penny in this case is its condition. The coin has suffered considerable damage, scratches, dings, and dots from rough circulation. Coins with these types of imperfections often don't hold as much market value as those in mint condition. However, some collectors appreciate the coin's story told by its condition. A coin with visible wear, especially scratches and dots, can suggest it was heavily circulated, perhaps making it more desirable for those interested in the historical journey of coins. One aspect that drives up collector interest in this coin is the rarity of finding one in such condition. A 1946 penny in full damage condition, while common in circulation, is relatively rare to find in the hands of collectors. The 1946 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark in full damage condition can vary greatly in market value. Typically, such coins are worth less than those in near mint condition, but they do attract a niche market of collectors. Based on the most recent auctions, the value of the 1946 penny in such damaged condition generally ranges from $38,000 depending on the severity of the scratches and dots. Coins with interesting visual damage can often be found in numismatic auctions, where they fetch higher prices from collectors looking to add these distinctive coins to their collections. Next up, the 1956 Lincoln Wheat Cent is part of the Lincoln Cent series, which was introduced in 1909 to honor the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. The coin's design has seen minor modifications over the years, but its core appeal remains tied to its connection to Lincoln's legacy. It has been a staple in American currency for decades and remains one of the most widely collected coins in U.S. numismatics. The 1956 Lincoln Wheat Cent is particularly sought after due to its vintage and the distinguishing features of the minting year. The 1956 coin comes in two varieties, the large date and the small date. The large date is the rarer of the two, making it a key coin for collectors. Now, this particular coin we're discussing is not just any 1956 Lincoln Wheat Cent. It is the D-Mint mark version, minted at the Denver Mint. The mint mark is crucial because it indicates where the coin was produced, and the D-Mint mark can sometimes add additional value due to the unique characteristics and mintage numbers tied to that location. But there's more to this coin than just its mint mark. The condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. We're focusing on a rusty, black-colored, dirty condition, which may sound odd, but it's one of the unique aspects of coin collecting. Coins in such a state often have a history, a story, or an error that gives them a special appeal to collectors. Coins like this 1956 Lincoln Cent often go through significant wear and corrosion over the years, especially if they were in circulation for a long time. The rusty, blackened color on this particular coin could have been caused by exposure to various elements like moisture, chemicals, or even the metal itself reacting with its environment over time. This condition may not be ideal for every collector, but for some, this adds to its charm, rarity, and value. In terms of market value, a Lincoln Wheat Cent in this condition may seem to have limited appeal compared to those in pristine condition. However, rusted, tarnished coins often attract attention due to their rarity in certain grades. On the auction market, the 1956 large date D-Mint mark coin with this specific damage could fetch anywhere from $20,000 depending on the depth of the corrosion, the collector's interest in damaged coins, and the specific auction house's clientele. However, there's more value that comes with these coins in certain rare circumstances, such as when the rust and damage coincide with error coins. If the coin has an unusual die crack, misstrikes, or other minting errors, the value could rise significantly. Some errors, especially if they are one of a kind, can make a seemingly unattractive coin extremely valuable. In terms of mintage, the 1956 Lincoln Cent had a relatively high production number, but the D-Mint mark version has always drawn a certain level of attention due to the location where it was struck. With millions produced, finding a coin with unique attributes, such as rare colorations or defects, becomes a major draw for collectors. Collectors of error coins, in particular, seek these unique characteristics. Over the years, the 1956 D-Mint mark Lincoln Wheat Cent has remained a popular coin among collectors who specialize in either Lincoln Wheat Cents or damaged coins. The collector interest is also driven by the coin's historical context. It was minted during a time of economic stability, and the design itself has had decades of public familiarity. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and leave your comments below. And as always, keep hunting for those rare treasures.